Welcome to the Rocket Roof Show, where we equip fellow roofers to do more commercial business every first and third Thursday of the month. It's time to launch your business to the next level.
This is Project Command. Stand by at power transfer.
3, 2, 1, blast off!
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Rocket Roof Show. I'm your host, Andy Meir. I'm owner and founder of Empire Contractors in Southern Michigan. And here I have with me today is Jonathan Keim. He's one of the guys that I network and collaborate with. He's actually one of my coaches for a long time that I just collaborate and bounce ideas off him, and we talk a lot about different ideas moving forward. And so, want to introduce you. You have several businesses. Some of them are with roofing, some of them marketing, some of them are financial sector. Could you go ahead and tell me a little bit about what you do and
Sure.
How networking plays a part?
So with how much I do networking, we do about 55 events a year, collaborating with different organizers, doing some of our own events. Some of them small, like maybe 50 people, and then a few that are over 10,000 people in size. So it really depends. And in various sectors, like you mentioned, even cannabis, which is always one that seems to surprise people.
Yep.
But anywhere there's a lot of growth, a lot of excitement, I'm always focusing on ways to spread, not just. I guess a big part of what I do is making friends. I think that's really important, and that's helped me a lot to focus more on networking, because I really don't like networking events. One thing that helps me a lot is bringing my wife. You can always bring your foreman or someone else, but it's really, really important to make these connections, or you just flat out won't go very far, because no matter what you want to do, whether you're scaling your employees, your customers, different suppliers that you're using, you're going to have to meet more people in order to hit new levels.
Yep. And part of networking is hanging out and collaborating with people that are on a different level than you, right? And then if you are on a different level and you got people networking with you, it's bringing value. If you don't really bring value to the relationship, the networking doesn't really work very well. So you definitely got to bring, and that's what really works great with us, is we both bring each other value in our area. So I'm gonna give you a few fun tips before we head into the meat of this, and that is, we're on the Symphony of the Seas. It's the largest ship in the world, and Royal Caribbean built this a few years ago. This ship cost about $1.1 billion to build. That's 999 million plus. And so the ship's about 17 stories tall. It's 280 feet wide, 1,200 feet long. So it's just a massive, massive ship. I know it carries 9,000 people, 6,500 passengers, 2,500 crew members, and there's just so much to do on this ship. And I'm really honored to be able to have won a trip on here. And when I won a trip, I thought it would be great to bring Jonathan along. And even though it's a fun trip to get away, we try to sneak away from our wives a little bit, so we can do a little bit of goal setting, a little bit of strategy and everything, and talking about what we're going to do in 2020, and trying to come up with some innovative ideas. And it's really fun to bounce ideas off each other. What didn't work last year, what did work, and that's just great to do. But sometimes you have to break away from your business in order to do that, and it's really, really hard for roofers to break away. I don't have time, I don't have the money, and what's going to happen at home when I'm going to be disconnected and this and that. And it is a sacrifice, but definitely it's a sacrifice that reaps rewards down the road. And I know you and I have talked about this quite a bit this week, what's going on at home, and what if a problem arises, and what if I'm not connected. Speak a little bit to me about the benefit of the networking part.
Sure.
And the sacrifice it takes at the beginning.
Of course. Yeah, so there's so many things to say. Obviously, it's tough to break away from your business unless you already have systems and processes in place. A lot of times what happens for me, I take about a 1-week vacation a year, and when I take a vacation, I really, really want to break away. So my phone's on Do Not Disturb mode, a lot of times it's on airplane mode. I check it when I want to, maybe 2-3 times a day tops, less than 5 minutes, just take care of the immediate problems. And that can be difficult to do, especially when you're growing. And I find every year when it comes that time, I've got these new ship sailing or things spinning, and I have to find a new process before I leave, which then allows me when I come back fully refreshed to go to the next level. But the big thing that you're missing out on if you don't do it, if you don't just, the first time it's really hard. It took me quite a few tries, but once you get it dialed in and you get away, the thing that happens out here, like they got a conference center, there's different meetings going on while we're out here, there's quite a few people, both Andy and I know, and whether it's a cruise ship or a conference center or a meetup, locally, or one that you even have to fly to, take a few days off, spend a few $100, you're going to meet serious people that aren't content with just staying where they're at, talking to the same group of friends, same acquaintances, same business associates, and just circling the same information around over and over.
We want to thank Top Roof Contractors again for their continuing sponsorship of the Rocket Roof Show. Membership in this organization includes reduced rates for commercial roofing leads, third-party verification to add credibility to your company, and a host of valuable benefits upon acceptance into the network. Learn more about them at toproofcontractors.com.
You might find one contact adds another 25% or 50% revenue because you made a contact. You knew a person, or that person introduced you to another person that delivers a huge contract or whatever. But you constantly got to be on the lookout of expanding your network. And so I know I've met a lot of people since I've connected with you 4 years ago, and it's not just connecting with people, it's also connecting with people that are on a higher level than you are, people that are where you want to be. There's something special about starting to hang around people where you want to be. Just imagine if you didn't have a choice in all of next year, all of next month, all of the month of February, you had to sit in a resort with all millionaires. And you were just immersed in a resort with all millionaires. You'd come away by the end of February with a different set of way of thinking. You wouldn't be able to not to. Even you might just take one little nugget away from there, but it's all about not just networking with other people, but also networking and kind of hanging out with people that they have abilities and talents and resources that you don't have, and that's the beauty of a network, is just being able to draw talents from all those other people. So talk about, it's an investment at the beginning, and we're, as roofers, we're so used to doing the job and then you get paid, and it's a pretty short cycle there. But when you have a network, there's a lot of front end work. You got to make the connections. You got to put in the hard work at the beginning. Sometimes it's you got to go to events and pay a little bit of money. You're not going to see that money return right away. You got to have a little bit longer term, a longer term thinking, but it'll come back.
That's right.
Correct?
Yeah. So the hardest thing is to invest in something that you don't see, particularly if you don't even like doing it to start with. That was my problem. Because I'm just naturally introverted. But I would just challenge anybody taking a look at this episode or watching or listening on a podcast, just go to 5 events. There's events going on within an hour's drive all the time. Just get out there, start small. It's impossible for you to go to all these different events. And again, if you're not comfortable, you're not extroverted, bring your wife, bring a foreman, bring someone that will help be your wingman. Just get something going. You'll be surprised what you've been missing out on. And after those 5, you'll probably be going to 50 more.
Yep.
But you got to get through that first part.
Yep. There was a day and age when I did not like to go to events and seminars and this and that, and probably my first excuse was I didn't have the money, didn't have the time. But then the other thing was I'm done with school. I don't like to sit behind a desk and watch somebody with a PowerPoint and take notes. I'm a horrible note taker.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't my thing. But once I started, I went to one, for some reason I got drawn, and then I went to another. I realized that's where my growth was happening. I was networking with people, I was finding contacts, I was getting some information out of the seminars too, but half of that is just the networking, making contacts. And so that was just really great. So as I wrap up this episode here, we didn't really want to do a really long episode, but as I wrap this up, we don't have any events to sell you on the Rocket Roof Show. And there's a lot of them you're going to see on social media. People want, anything you pretty much want to learn about, that they're having an event about it. And I'm not going to vouch for any of them or recommend any of them, but I'm saying there's a lot of good ones. Research them. But, we're living in the day of social media and internet where, there's people pitching you stuff all the time. You don't even know who they are.
Right.
That's good and bad because you don't know who they are, but I wouldn't be afraid of that. I wouldn't be afraid that oh, this guy's, out to take my money or anything like that. You research them. There's a lot of legitimate ones, and and they definitely have a ton to offer. But my challenge here, I always like to leave on a practical note with on this show. What's something practical you can do? You said 4 to 5. I come from the roofer world where it's really hard. So I'd say just commit to 1 or 2 this year. Just commit to 1 or 2 and say, hey, I'm gonna spend a couple $100 or $500. It might even be $1,000. Usually you can get into some of these good conferences for between $300 and $500. And make a little vacation of it or whatever. Get away from the hubbub of the business. Submerge yourself in the conference. And but while you're there at the conference, force yourself to get out of your comfort zone, out of your little sphere there. Meet and greet some people, take some hands, make sure you take business cards with you, hand them out, and make some connections. Make some connections with people, and you're going to find that that's going to help you grow your network. And one other thing that I want to mention too is it's kind of a little bit of a story, but I was telling you about the roofing contractor that I had bought a piece of equipment from, and he was kind of competition, but we never been on the same job because he was 45 minutes north of me, and he was a bigger time commercial guy. We never really did any of each other's jobs, and he's much older than me. And so when I bought that piece of equipment from him, I kind of asked him if I could look at his facility and started asking him questions. And since that day, I've kind of decided I'm going to call up and ask him questions, and he told me that I could, and so that was just another way of networking. Sometimes you can be like, well, that person's my competition. You can't really network. No, you can still network with people. You find people that they're willing to share information, and you have that back and forth. Sometimes you being willing to learn from them, they're just as willing to want to learn to teach somebody younger. And so with really no financial gain for them, other than it's fulfilling. Right. And so sorry about all the noise around here. There's a lot of partying going on here. It's dinner time, but you just don't discount all the network you can do. It can come from all different segments of the industry. Jonathan here, he's in financial and cryptocurrency and marketing and stuff like that. And so, but he still adds a lot of value to my network. You wouldn't believe how many guys come to me and they're like, hey, I don't know how to do a website. And I'm like, hey, talk to this guy. Hey, I don't know how to do direct mail. Talk to this guy. But hey, I don't know how to install this roofing system. Then I have another guy to recommend. Hey, I don't know how to do, where do I order truck racks for my? So I'm able in my vast network to be able to recommend to somebody, somebody in my network that I know is going to add value to this person that's asking me a question. I don't always have the answer. It is impossible for everybody to have all the answers. So when you build your network, you'll be able to have a nice group of people that you can give people your answers, and then that just add more value to your network. So in closing, we're having a good time here on the Symphony of the Seas. We're somewhere between St. Thomas and Bahamas. So we got one more day. We got 2 more days left here on the ship, and we'll be done. So get out to see some events this year, and we'd love to see you share this post. If you could comment on it, that'd be great. Be more than happy to bring people on here and like the Rocket Roof Show. That'll definitely help us to grow this group. Our main point, we just want to add value to roofing contractors by equipping them and educating them so that they can be more successful in the commercial industry and making the commercial roofing industry better as a whole. So with that, goodbye, and see you on the next episode.
You've been listening to the Rocket Roof Show podcast. Be sure to subscribe through your favorite podcasting platforms such as iTunes or Google Play to get the latest episodes as they are launched. For more, please follow us on social media or visit our website at rocketroofshow.com. We look forward to joining you here again soon at the next launch.